We balance the books in 60 seconds.
This is the W2 Report with Sanji Homura. Here's Sanji.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the W2 Report. I am your host, Sanji Homura. I am joined by Lord Crocker Squirrel, as always, who will lay down the ground rules.
Rule number 1, beat up the dick. Rule number 2, if thou art being the dick, stop it. Rule number 3, if you have questions, please refer to rules 1 and 2.
All right.
That means don't go contacting people and giving them a hard time just because we said something about them. Or anything else for that matter. Leave these people alone.
All right, joining us, as always, our third man in the ring, Mr. Thomas.
And by the way, Pillow Baby is Booger.
Ooh.
And joining us again is Mr. Vaughn.
Man, I really can't wait for this Tetris movie they're going to make from the whole news story we're going to talk about today. I really can't wait. Do you know what? I actually heard some news about the Tetris movie, to be fair. So they're actually struggling to get the script done. Every time they write a line, it disappears.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's definitely the way. Okay.
All right. First
Well
off,
done
let
there,
us
Knuckles.
introduce our star of the story. A teenager by the name of Blue Scuti, a.k.a. Willis Gibson.
Esports champion.
Yes. He accomplished something this week, last couple of weeks, that no other player has ever done outside of unsubstantiated rumors and unverified proof.
Unverifiable evidence.
Yes. As you will see from the upcoming clip, he crashed the impossible game of Tetris
For the NES.
for the NES, as published by Nintendo.
Original hardware and everything.
Original hardware and everything, unmodified in any way.
I'm actually kind of interested how he got that hardware, to be fair.
Well, we'll go there in a minute.
I've got that hardware. I've even got that game.
You made that hardware.
No, I just have some.
Sorry, I'm only kidding, of course. Don't worry.
All right.
I think I actually have 2 of those units.
All right, let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
Now, Tetris has long been touted as a video game that just can't be beaten because it just goes on and on.
Oh my God!
Well, 13-year-old American Willis Gibson has technically proven that wrong. He beat the original Nintendo version of the game by reaching such a high level that the coding froze. That left the program unable to generate any more falling blocks. As a mother, I would just say step away from the screen, go outside, get some fresh air. Beating Tetris is not a life.
Okay, we will get to her criticism in a minute. But
Dude, don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. You're gonna lose.
But yes, yes, the point needs to be made. But as you could plainly see from the clip, the odds of achieving such a high level in Tetris is so astronomically high that
You mean low?
low, but we got a little bit of backstory that we can relay to you.
Oot.
The game of Tetris starts out at level 0, and the speed goes a little faster until level 29, which was dubbed the original kill screen because it was impossible to move the pieces left and right in a predictable and orderly fashion.
Except that it's not. It wasn't impossible.
Well, in 2011, Thor Ackerland invented a technique called hypertapping. And if you're involved with any sort of Tetris, if you're involved in any sort of high level Tetris play, you'll know that hypertapping it's just double clicking the buttons left and right. That's basically what it is.
Well, I know a technique called hype tapping, and it doesn't involve Tetris.
Ew.
Sorry.
Yeah, you don't want to get me started right now, Vaughn.
Oh no, what have I done?
I'll tell the folks about that.
He reached level 30 on video in 2011. And because level 29 was the fastest the game could go, the theoretical limit that players can reach has become uncapped. Thor's level world record would stand 7 years till 2018. Hyper tapping would dominate the scene until a Twitch streamer by the name of Cheese invented rolling in May of 2020. Rolling is sort of like if you took a controller and you use and I'm demonstrating on camera, but my camera's not on. But
That's very helpful.
I know.
Yes.
I know. Very, very helpful.
In your mind.
But you use the back of the controller as a giant button. That's the best I can describe rolling in 5 seconds. Then the theoretical human limits of Tetris opened. In a span of 2 years, the world record of levels climbed from the middle 30s to level 95 because everybody was jumping on the rolling hyper train. It seemed that at that point, the game was fully mastered. Or was it?
Well, now it has been. Dude broke it.
Well, yes. Well, yes.
Or was it?
The dude broke it, but at level 138, the game starts breaking. Shall we frame it that way?
Yeah, it starts reading the RAM like instead of the actual code, which would be a supercilious pain in the ass.
Yes, because it starts to glitch the colors at level 138. And Fractal first and competitive world champion Fractal first reached the glitch colors, but because he opted for the slower PAL version, the run didn't count as a world record. The first to do it on the proper version, which is the NTSC version, was Eric ITC in August 2022 in a tournament match before a dim level took him out. Pixel Andy was the second to take on the glitch colors before an equally dim level took him out as well. And the level that took out Eric ICX was called Dusk. And the level that took out Pixel Andy was called Charcoal. Now,
Our boy managed to get through those.
Our boy managed to get through those. And he missed the first opportunity to crash the game at level 157. Wait a minute. No, he crashed the game at 157. He missed the first crash at 155. So here's the records that Blue Scuti actually set. He set the record for the longest game of Tetris played at 157 levels. He set the record for most lines cleared at 1,511 levels. And he also set the record for high score at 6,850,560. Now, as you could probably tell by the Sky News clip that we played earlier, somebody had to piss on somebody's Cheerios.
Of course.
Now we get to play this clip again in full.
Now, Tetris has long been touted as a video game that just can't be beaten because it just goes on and on.
Oh my God! Oh.
Well, 13-year-old American Willis Gibson has technically proven that wrong. He beat the original Nintendo version of the game by reaching such a high level that the coding froze. That left the program unable to generate any more falling blocks. As a mother, I would just say step away from the screen, go outside, get some fresh air. Beating Tetris is not a life goal. Speaking of fresh air, let's get a look at the weather.
I'll take what she said was bad, but I've got to hand it to her. That segue was pretty good.
Okay,
Speaking of fresh air,
two things wrong with that freaking statement. Do you want to know what they are?
I think we already know what they are,
Going
right?
to tell us whether
Well,
we
one
want
thing-
to know or not.
Well, one thing for sure is that she violated the first rule of the W2 report.
Yes. She violated the first rule of the W2 report by putting down a 13-year-old kid. That's something you do
being
not
the
do.
dick.
Luckily, she's not British, eh?
Second of all, she had the audacity to put down a 13-year-old kid who had a whole life ahead of him.
He still does have a life ahead of him. He's fine.
All the while, and Mr. Vaughn, I'm sure you watch Sky News on regular, right?
No, it's literally the one I don't watch. I watch BBC News.
Well, okay. You've heard of the 16-year-old darts prodigy, right?
Yeah.
You how did he
I've seen it,
finish in the darts competition this year?
Well, he either won it or came second. I can't quite remember which one.
Point remains. The point remains. The news coverage was so slanted toward the darts player that when you have an American who has broke an unbeatable game for 34 years, making international headlines, and you have the gall to say that?
No, she has the nerve to say shit like that.
Yeah.
That's just wow. Congo rats to the kid.
I don't think she meant it. The thing that I kind of
She
got from
meant
that
every
was that,
word she said.
no. If you let me finish, I think what she was trying to do, she was trying to be funny, and I don't think it worked. Well, it didn't work. Let's just say.
It did not.
No, I think she was just trying to find a segue to link it to weather. If I'm honest, that's the best she could do.
She was the comedy what Dane Cook is the comedy.
Who? I don't want to remember him.
Neither do anybody else.
Oh. I mean, I'm just getting mad just thinking about this.
We can tell.
That big day.
We can absolutely tell.
But if that's going to be the attitude of most people going forward,
I don't think so.
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
It's a
I'm
generation
not sure
thing,
what
right?
what the industry is going towards these days.
It felt more like a generational thing to me, which I think is gonna. It's easily dying out, and I think she's of a dying breed for sure.
Well, she's in media. Of course, she's going to be dying, at least her hair.
Ooh. Somebody went there.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure one of us was going to, but it was you. Okay.
Well, anyway, next week on the W2 report, we are going to have our very first episode where we are actually going to have very long. We are actually going to have a long episode. We are going to actually take a look at the Epsilon virus that infected Steam last Christmas and what it took to resolve it. So, with that out of the way, I would like to thank all of you for watching, and those of you who are watching via video on demand. I am Insanji Himura. Thank you for watching, and beware, the tax man cometh.
Hello, folks. This is Morgan Freeman. This concludes our broadcast day. I'm Morgan Freeman. Good night.